way that the processor runs the games.
Yeah. Like I said, that kid got schooled. I really wanted to punch him, though. Because, I mean, he looks at me and he's like, well, we don't have to pay for our network.
You don't get to use it either.
Yeah. And how is that going again? Did you play today? Oh, wait, no, you didn't.
Yeah, I don't have to pay to not use the PlayStation Network either.
Katie has a
and I
Fallout.
also don't have my credit card information stolen on a daily basis.
She has Fallout and Assassin's Creed for PS3. And I'm like, huh, alright.
I've never heard of those movies.
She wanted to get a pink controller, or rather a blue glittery one, and I said, they'll probably have it. I mean, only faggots play the PS3.
Oh, man. I've been doing more on the YouTube. I've been doing more of that, like
on the YouTube.
I am the people's champion, and we will vanquish you and destroy your reign of tyranny. I've been replying like that because all these kids do is say, "You make no sense. You're not even having a conversation. What you're saying isn't relevant to the conversation you're having." So I just keep doing it. And technically, it's relevant to the conversation I'm having, but they just want to have a different conversation than that one.
There was this article on Cracked about an Xbox. It was a Kinect, and it was trying to get the dude to run into a Sony store. I like that article. I can relate to that article. I hate PS3 so much. And it's weird because I love my PS2. You know why it's weird? Because it was an utter disappointment. Fuck you, Sony. I don't know what I should download. I've downloaded a whole shitload of, like, artists' complete discography, and I get maybe 1 or 2 songs from it. You know, I just want to have it in case. Someone's like, hey, do you know that one song from that album? And I'm like, let me go check it. And I listen, and then I can decide. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Cactus.
Yeah, Cactus.
Oh my god, okay, I have to tell you, my parents are so dumb. So,
yeah.
prior to me needing money, they told me, if you ever need money, all you have to do is ask. And I'm like, okay, I don't think I will though. And then, because I didn't, you know, I was working with Miss Hearn and, you know, Caleb, so I was getting pretty good amount of money, $200, $300 a week. So, and then, you know, Miss Hearn dropped that bomb on me, or rather wanted me to drop a bomb, or I don't know what she wanted from me, but I wasn't going to do it. No kinky old people sex for me. My mistake, I lost out on $75 a night. So now I'm broke from spending money. And so I'm like, oh, well, maybe I can ask my parents for like $50 or so, because I just want to keep, you know, some money in my account, want to be able to buy lunches, et cetera, et cetera. And so I call my mom and I ask her, and I'm like, this is only if you have any extra money. If you don't have extra money, obviously, please don't give me any. And she's like, well, Dad and I need to think about it. And I'm like, okay. The way she had the conversation was sort of like, I don't know how to explain it. I guess they thought I was irresponsible for asking for money, even though they told me, you know, I had that was an open door. If I wanted to ask for money, all I had to do was ask. And I'm like, okay. And like a few hours later, I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I just sent her a text. I said, you know, never mind about the money thing. I don't want $50 anymore. And she calls me and she's like, why'd you say that? And I'm like, because I don't want to inconvenience you. If you think I'm not worthy, you know, of the money, then don't worry about it. It's cool. And she's like, well, Dad's just weirded out, or Dad's just saying, since you got that iPhone, then why should we give you money? And I'm like, seriously?
I will tell you right now, I have always hated it when anyone uses the instead of like.
All right, I'm sorry. I don't know what she said. She said blah blah blah. Is that better?
Yeah, that's better. I'm not a huge fan of any of those, but of all of them.
Okay.
Blah 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 is the.
And she says a bunch of unimportant shit, and then Then I say, all right, I'll sell my phone. And she's like, why are you doing that? I'm like, why what? You're the one telling me that it was irresponsible of me to buy a phone and then ask for money. And now you're telling me that I'm not supposed to sell my phone because that was a really rude thing for me to say. I don't understand how her brain works. Like, I don't know. She's got a case of the derps lately. And so...
Case of the Canada?
Yeah, and she sends me a text later after I'm like, I gotta hang up because we're watching Across the Universe, and I hung up, and I'm like, I just got really pissed. I don't get what the big deal is. You could just say no, instead of making me feel all weird for asking. And she texts me, and she says, next time you want to ask for money, ask Dad. And I'm like, hell no, I'm not gonna ask my dad for shit. I don't like my dad. Whenever it comes to these kind of things, I do not like asking him. And I said, don't worry about it. I'm not going to ask for any money. I'm going to take care of my money better. Or don't worry about it. I'm not going to ask for any money. And she's like, wow, thanks for making me feel guilty, blah, blah, blah. And she flips out. And I'm like, dude, chillax. I'm just saying I'm going to manage my money better, and I don't want to rely on you. And then she says something like, you're making me feel guilty for not responding in enough time. And I'm like, that has nothing to do with anything. Because it totally didn't. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then I tell her, I'm not mad, I just didn't want to ask because I don't want to ask.
What the fuck
I don't know.
All Gamer just charged me for their Mumble server, which I just checked. I got rid of that shit. I terminated it, and they just charged me for another month.
Kill him.
Fuck you, All Gamer.
Email them a jingle box full of Super 8s.
I need to record I need to record the music to Neutro, but Katie's been singing it.
Really?
So I know it's gonna be good.
Yeah, well, if Katie likes it.
I'm gonna read a couple of these things that this new guy today started replying to my messages on this YouTube stuff. I'm gonna read you some of his replies that he's made to me. He's got half
okay, I'm just gonna record tomorrow.
Legitimately half of a brain in his head.
I'm gonna have Caleb sing with me. Nitroba! Latin soap!
You think he could actually pronounce it?
No, he'll just say E.
Puppy.
Or E! Ah! That's what he does whenever he wants to say something, but he doesn't. Miseria Contare.
So this new guy today, Mega DX Forever, which I left a comment on his YouTube channel. But anyway, he replied to one of my messages. I don't even know which message they're replying to anymore because I have so many on here. But anyway, he's replying to one. Says, right, let me guess, you're Lord of Pissin' everyone, number one, off. No... So, STFU. You never lost? Your mom gave... Okay, so now I can find out what this is. Anyway, it said, your mom gave you a beating long time ago, so STFU. Okay, now I actually know what his comment was in reply. Okay, so this is a comment I made to Multi-Wower. I said, I have never lost a battle in my life, for I am the champion of the ages and the destroyer of worlds. With one fell swoop of my terrible blade, I can obliterate any man, woman, and child. Everything you know and love will instantly dissolve into ashes, and you'll only be left with the fleeting memory of what your pathetic life was like before I decided to wield my awesome power in your direction. Entire civilizations have felt the sting of my mighty axe, and all have fallen before me. And he said, never lost a battle? Or whatever, your mom gave you a beating. So what I did is I went through and told him everything he did wrong in his sentence, and this is my reply. No capital R in the word right. Your, as in you are, spelled the letters you are. Pissing, spelled pissin'. One instead of one, blah, blah, blah. So I went through and did all that, and then at the very end of correcting his entire post, I wrote, maybe you should be the one to shut the fuck up, because what you have done here today is mostly illegible travesty of the English language. And then he replies to me, I think everyone knows what I'm saying. I don't need a teacher. I can spell however I want, so shut the fuck up. And I said, clearly you do need a teacher. So he says, clearly you are a masturbator. I have a teacher, so go fuck yourself.
Clearly you are a masturbator.
Clearly you are a masturbator. Ouch. That hurt. Women's music? Pick your genre, and it goes through all the music, and then women's music. What the fuck is women's music? Would it be like kitchen sounds or something? Find out. Oh, look, nothing. Huh. Children's music. Marching band? Ooh.
No trauma.
Alright, so this is my reply to him talking about me being a masturbator. As I said, your teacher's doing a terrible job and should probably be replaced with a more capable person. Either that or we should label you a lost cause and give up on you. And I don't know if I want to I don't know if I want to type more or just leave it at that.
Just leave it at that, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to leave it there. I have another reply to Meg anyway. Someone else fucking replied to another one of my comments. I mean, no matter how many of these kids I bash back, they always come. They always come back, looking for more, I guess. And this is Weston kid. God damn it, Weston! I thought we told you to shut the fuck up. I had
Fuck
3
you,
other
Weston.
profiles say "fuck you." Weston.
Oh shit.
Pandora's gay. Because, I use it to look for different artists other than the one I put in, artists similar to the one I put in,
Yeah.
and yet I have to sift through like 5 or 6 songs of the artist, and then it tells me I can't, skip anymore. And I'm like, the shit, I want them to be 2 different songs. I don't understand you, Pandora. You suck cocks.
Pandora can be kind of cool, but it seems like they have 5 songs by each artist. Like, I put in, say, Snow Patrol, and then I'll get like Arctic Monkeys will come up, and then it'll just alternate between those 2, and I'll hear every song that Pandora has to offer from them. It's like they don't have every song from every album and play them randomly. They only license the few songs to play from each of those bands.
Don't play anymore.
When my playlists are specific, because I don't want to hear a bunch of random music. Like I want to hear a certain type of music at one time.
Yeah,
so they're super specific, and I hear the same songs over and over. Like my ska playlist, I know every single song from every artist that comes up. Like I've already heard all those songs. Play me some new songs.
I put in Metric because I like Metric, and I listen to everything that Metric has. I want to hear artists like Metric. So, I'm listening, and every other song is by Metric, which doesn't really make sense. I thought this was to broaden your horizons and shit. Well, you failed, Pandora. I don't like Modest Mouse. Fuck. Okay, fine. Oh, I'll just use that thingy. It's like a music web. I don't know if it plays. Yeah, it plays a little clip of the song. And it just gives you different artists, and you click on the one that you know, and then it just, keeps webbing out. I will show you.
Stumby upon.
Yeah, I'd go to a... Stop. Why is it playing music and I don't want it? I'd found it via Stumble Upon, so I had to go to Stumble Upon to find the link. Metric.